Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Display TV. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. Oh, this is the perfect way to end my week with my Display fam. I'm so happy you're all here. Thanks so much for tuning in. I see all my friends truly are in the chat tonight. I see Lauren Killer. I see Ella Madness. I see Mark Foot. Mark, I sent you a DM. Look out for that. Go check it out after the show. Capper7 is here. Sol477 is here. What's up, everybody? It's so good to see you. How are we feeling? We made it. It's Friday, or maybe it's already the weekend where you're at. I love that. Weekend vibes, unless you have to work, in which case I'm sending you my love. You're in my thoughts. And I'll be working a little bit too, so I'm kind of there with you in spirit. But we did it. And we're going to talk about how to earn some money on this app. So maybe you're like, I don't want to be done. I actually want to keep going. I want a little more kerching in my bank account, in which case you're in the right place. I'm going to show you how to do that, how to make money on this app. Then we're also going to talk about different types of posts. So maybe you've only known that you can really just post photos or videos, but I'm going to show you there's other options available to you as well. Then we're giving away a trivia answer because that's right, we've got a new trivia game coming up in about 30 minutes. We're playing for $500, which you can win if you can answer 10 questions correctly. And if you need a little help, you're in the right spot because I'm gonna give you one of those answers. A very real question 8 to tonight's game. So stay where you are. And we're gonna finish things off by doing Follow Friday. We do this every single Friday. We highlight 2 creators that are making great content in the app. So maybe it's you and you don't even know it. Or maybe it's someone that you can get inspired by. Maybe they're making great content and you wanna follow them, you wanna support them, or you're like, ooh, I love what they're doing. I'm inspired by that. I'm gonna go take some more photographs or videos this weekend. Hello, Artista, Sam Master. Hello, TechnoWork10. Hey, Kathy Davis. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Should we get to know each other a little bit better? Yeah, let's do it. Tell me where you're watching from. Again, some of you I know because you are here day in and day out. You're typing in the chat. You are making yourselves known. And honestly, we're kind of like friends now, right? Don't shoot down my friendship request. We're friends, right? But for anyone that maybe doesn't know you, let's get to know each other. That's what this chat is for. It's to learn and it's to connect as a community. So where are you watching from? How are you doing? Ella Madness is from Bosnia and Herzegovina. Love that. China Thug just came in. Kathy Davis is in New Jersey. Mark Foot, St. Louis as always. Riz, iPhone. I love that. We love a cheeky answer. Kim Asoria is tuning in from New Jersey. What's up, Kim? A warm welcome into the chat tonight. It's good to have you. HH Imagery is here. All right, let's do a little bit more fun. I want to know who is having the best week. No right answers here, no wrong answers here. Who is having the best week? Is it Team USA? Is it Julia Fox, or is it me? And by me, I mean you. Are you having the best week? Is it Team USA or is it Julia Fox? Oh my gosh, I cannot stop watching those videos. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do yourself a favor, and when the show is done, I have more entertainment for you. If you just Google Julia Fox interview, go take a listen. You'll entertain yourself for a good while, and then you'll be like, Sarah, I have this annoying thing in my head and I can't get it out. I'm gonna say me. I don't know if you can sense it. I'm giddy. It's Friday. They say TGIF for a reason. You gotta get down on Friday. 64% of you are with me. Me, I love it. 29% of you said Team USA. 8% of you said Julia Fox. I think that's ironic that I don't think she's actually having the best week. I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you want to go viral, even if it's for the wrong reasons, right? We all want our time to shine, our 15 seconds of fame, if you will. Well, friends, thanks for playing. And if you like that, if you liked using your fingers and tapping an answer, we're doing that for trivia in 30 minutes, but for $500. So stay right here, learn how to earn on display, find some people to follow, and then stay tuned and maybe win a little extra cash for the weekend. Okay, speaking of which, let's tackle that first topic, shall we? How to earn on display. Let's talk about how to earn some money, baby. Also, let's kick things off by asking you, if you came into a little extra cash flow this weekend, what would you spend it on? This is just, you gotta type it in. We don't have a handy dandy poll for you. I wanna know, would you be spending that on coffee, food, maybe a little leisure, a little trip? What if you came into a little extra cash, a little clothes, some tech? Tell me, what would you spend your extra cash on? Whether it's from your display earnings, whether it's from trivia tonight, I wanna know, what would you spend that cash on? I'm curious. In the meantime, let's tell you how to get it. So the first thing is you gotta be posting. You have to be posting on this app in order to earn that money. Because the first way that you earn is when you're circulating in other people's feeds. That's right. So if you go out to your timeline after the show and you're scrolling through and you're seeing other people's content, they're doing the same for you, right? So your content would be appearing in other people's timelines. Now, there's a pattern to this. It goes 3 posts from creators and then an ad. 3 posts from creators and then an ad. The money from that ad goes 50% to display and 50% to the 3 creators whose posts appear above that ad. So you're like, ooh, how do I get my post to appear there? I want to make that extra money. Well, you got to have people following you. So you got to make, stuff that gives people a reason to follow. Think about that. You got to be posting consistently. You got to post that quality content. If it's shareable content, even better, because that means your followers will share your content, and then people who don't necessarily follow you will be able to see that content, discover you. It will be appearing in their feeds. So again, more money that way. And the other way is to post to communities. So if you post directly to a community, everyone who's in that community will be able to see that post. It'll come up on their timeline or their feed. So again, a great reason to get involved in communities and make sure you're posting directly there. So that's your first way. So if you see dividends, if it says dividends in your display bank, that's from that method of earning. Your second method of earning is from the Support Me button. This is a little yellow S. It says Support Me. It's on other creators' posts. You can tap that and you'll be taken to an ad. The money that's generated from that ad goes 50% to display, and again, 50% to the creator that you just supported. So you're literally helping a creator get paid with your time. You're not taking any money out of your pocket. It's not coming out of your display bank. It's just the advertisers pay to have that spot there. They're paying for it. You're not paying for anything. So the money from that ad that you're now watching, so that you're taking the time to watch to help another creator, again, will go to that creator and get split with display. I love it. So remember that you can go about your day. It's very quick. Just tap that button. You can also see who your top 10 supporters are, who's regularly hitting that button for you. You can check that in your insights and analytics, which I think we'll go over a little bit more next week, so we can give you a little bit of a walkthrough of that. And the third way to earn money here on display is by inviting your friends. So let me show you how you can do that. You're gonna go into that main menu that you can access from your profile, and you're gonna tap on Invite Your Friends. Once you tap that, you will see that you have your own unique link. This is yours exclusively. You also have your own unique QR code. So you can copy and paste either of those things to other social media platforms. You can text it to your friends and family and let them know, hey, download display using this QR code, using this link. We play trivia every single weeknight for $500. You can make money by posting your content that you're probably posting somewhere else. But you got to use those links because that's how we can trace it to you. And the reason that you want it traced to you is because you make 10% off of whatever that person ends up making. So if they come to display because of you using that link and then they end up making $100, you will actually make $10 just because you brought them here. HH Imagery, I love that positivity in the chat. Feeling good. The vibes in the chat are great today. So thank you everyone for bringing those positive vibes. We're actually going to talk about live stream, so I'm glad you brought that up, Artist Tom. We'll get that in just a second. We're going to talk about, let's get to it now, types of posting. We're going to talk about types of posting here on display. So some of these you probably already know, and some of them you might not. The first thing I want to do is go to our profile, because this is where you access all of your posting options from. You're going to click on that little plus sign at the bottom that's in a circle, and you're taken to your camera roll. Now, before I get to using something from your camera roll, I just want to talk briefly about the fact that you can take a photo live in the moment and post it right then and there by tapping that camera icon. So let's say you're in the moment, you just want to be like, oh my gosh, I want to capture this and I want to put it right on display. You can use that camera icon and do so. Now, let's say you have a picture that you already captured and you now want to upload it. So let's tap on that top left photo in our camera roll. You can see that it's now highlighted with the check mark in green, and we're going to tap next. Great. So now we would enter a caption. I encourage you to tell a story. Why'd you post this photo? What's happening? So let's type our own little caption here. Guess I need a jacket. Yeah, with all that snow, definitely. It got a lot colder here in New York today. No snow, but definitely colder. Great. So now let's tap visibility and see what that means. So public means that your post is available to everyone. You can also select private, which means it would only be available to your friends and followers. And then if you tap exclusive, this is really cool. It actually goes up behind a wall so that people have to tap the support me button in order to see your content. It's a great way to force people to help you get paid. Now, again, you don't want to do this with all your posts, but if people are used to seeing good quality content from you, they're going to be excited to tap that support me button so that they can see your content. Don't forget to try out exclusive posts. This is a great, great, great feature. All right, let's go back to our posting options. And now let's tap on text. I want to show you what you can do with text in case you don't have a photo. Maybe you just have words that you want to share. So let's type in Happy Friday. Let's type Happy Friday, yay! Okay, let's highlight that and let's select a color. I love some purple. We're gonna do purple. Great. And we've got Happy Friday and we can share that directly to our feed. Maybe that's all we want to say. Again, positive vibes in the chat today and positive vibes to everybody who's following me. Happy Friday, everyone. Okay, now let's go back because there's one more type of post that I want to show you, which you already brought up earlier, which would be Dolby Live. So let's tap Dolby Live. And then what we would do to actually go live with all of our followers and friends would just be to tap that live button. And then you are interacting with your fans, your followers, your friends in real time. It's different. It's like what we're doing right now, right? I saw that Ella was asking me to choose red. I'm sorry, Ella, I didn't see that fast enough. But right, that's the power of Dolby Live, of live streaming with your fans and followers, right? You can actually just go live and have a conversation with them in the moment. Give them a perspective if you get to know them in a way that's not possible just by static posts. I do that every single night. Before we do the show, I do a little Dolby Live from the Display TV page. So definitely experiment with that. And now I want to ask all of you, from all of these options I've just given you, what feature are you most excited to try? Right? Lots of choices. Maybe you've experimented with some, but which of these are you most excited to try? Is it Dolby Live Stream, the one we just talked about? Is it exclusive posts where people have to tap the support me button in order to view your content? Is it editing tools? Which of these are you most excited to try? You know me, I honestly haven't done exclusive posts in a while. I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna tap exclusive posts, but it looks like 34% of you are pretty split between Dolby and exclusive posts. We got 30% saying editing tools. I love that. And of course, we've got new stuff coming your way. So make sure you're staying tuned to hear about all of those updates. We just changed the feeds. Maybe you've noticed that. So here's another heads up. If you haven't updated your app recently, definitely go into the App Store. Make sure you update it to the most recent version because you're gonna have some tools available to you that you didn't have before. And I think we'll take next week to go over some of them as well, so I can make sure you guys are all briefed on the newest version of the app. Nature 3, did you update the newest version? Maybe that would be why, so definitely try that. Realtis, that's such a great question. Can you do an exclusive post in a community? I'm gonna do an experiment and I'm gonna get back to you on that. I would assume so, but you know what assuming does. I won't say it, but you know what assuming does. So I'll give it a test and I'll come back and report back to all of you. Unless somebody in our chat knows the answer to that question. All right, speaking of questions, I've got 10 of them for you coming up in about 15 minutes on trivia where I'm giving away $500. I also am giving away a trivia answer in a moment. Plus, we're doing Follow Friday where we highlight 2 creators on this app. All of that and more when we come back.
Bienvenidos a Display TV.
We did it.
Y tienes que darle bien fuerte para poder llegar rápido. Guys, welcome to Cusco. Estamos en la hermosa ciudad de Mérida.
Delicioso. Un aguachile de camarón.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Display TV. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. It's Friday, at least here in New York City it is, and I'm feeling good. I hope all of you are too. We just talked about how to earn money on this app. We got lots of money coming your way in about 15 minutes in trivia. 10 questions. You give me 10 answers and they're correct, you can win $500. Speaking of which, shall we do a little bit of a practice question since you're all here early hanging out with me? I think we should. This one will give me a chance to practice some pronunciations that are a little tricky for me. So let's get this question up. I'll have you answer, and then I'm gonna reveal the correct answer. But this is for no money, no points, just to give you a leg up in that game coming up. Which of the following rulers would be considered a hagiocrat? Ruhollah Khomeini, Che Guevara, Muammar Gaddafi. She said those answers very confidently. That's the key in pronunciations. If you say it confidently, no one really questions you, right? Unless it's just like so blatantly wrong. That's sort of my rule of thumb. I try to look things up and then I do my best, but I say them very confidently. And then I have you all fooled that I know exactly what I'm talking about. Am I fooling you? All right, do you know this answer? What is a hagiocrat? You might ask. And if you don't know, then you might not know the answer to this question. Let's see how, oh my goodness, did you know the answer or did you know the answer? How do people know this stuff? I'm literally so blown away by how smart all of my display bees are every single day. Well, 58% of you chose the correct answer, and that means like only 42% of you didn't. So the correct answer for anyone that needs to know, that anyone that wants to know, and I'm pretty sure all of you do because you're all gonna be playing trivia, is ruhollah, the first one. Ruhollah is the correct answer. So remember that, and now tell me in the chat, how did you know that? Did you look it up? Did you guess? Lucky guess? Tell me. Ella is my little welcome wagon here in the chat. Thanks for doing that. Welcome everyone to trivia. Don't worry, we're not quite to trivia yet. We're just doing the practice question for trivia. That's correct, John. The first option, ruhollah, is the correct answer. Nikki D guessed and got it right. Who else? How did you get it? I mean, over 50% of you got that right. I'm very impressed. So either you know your religious politicians, or like it was just a lucky guess. There we go. That's correct, Tim Dozer. Hagio made you think of religion, and you would be correct. Rialto searched hagiocrat, and then he knew. Love it. All right, okay. Well, hopefully the rest of the game is that easy, right? I would love to go into the weekend with all of you winning. That would be amazing. Well, we do have some winners on this app. They're gonna be highlighted in just a moment in our Follow Friday. We've got 2 creators who I hope you'll be inspired by. They're posting great content on this app. We'll be right back with them.
My work is for the world, but it really starts with me. And I'm just a vessel that helps it funnel.
Don't be so quick to give off what God has given you to somebody else.
It was a really hard year, but there are a lot of really bright moments.
What's up, y'all? I'm Lauren Elise, and you can catch my show, Harmony and Hues, every Thursday on Display TV.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's get introduced to Profile. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. Here, you can personalize your display experience. Tap the pencil icon to edit your profile picture, cover photo, basic user info including contact, and link to your other social media accounts. Select your preferred language, identify top friends and family members. You can also create and manage your communities here. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
Live from New York City, it's Display TV. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis. Welcome back, everyone. We just gave away the answer to question 8 in tonight's trivia game, which is coming up in just a moment for $500. So if you tune in early every single weeknight, you can have an answer too. We do it every night, every weeknight. I'm not here on the weekends, which reminds me, it's Friday. How are we feeling? Do we have that Friday feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. And I bet these creators I'm about to highlight are feeling pretty good too. So let's talk about them. Starting off, we've got Judica 1 in honor of Follow Friday, right? These are people who are doing great work on the app. Now, Judica, just a little bit about her. She's a Hungarian. She's part of the community Nature and Flowers, and she also has 2 bunnies, 2 huskies, and a kitten. So if you love animal content, if you love nature and flowers, then I highly recommend Juditka for you or for your feeds. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at some of these photos. So this first one here, we've got a rainbow that she spotted at the lake. Maybe she found some gold at the end of it. If not, Display's got you. You know, you get paid to post on this app, so you don't need a rainbow, you just need to post. Let's go to her next photo. This is gorgeous. Look at this beautiful Hungarian church that she posted. What a peaceful, quiet looking town. Very tranquil compared to New York City, the hustle and bustle outside. I need me some of this. Every once in a while, I gotta get outside the city. And look at the sky. It almost looks like tie-dyed. It's like a painting, this photo. I'm obsessed. Okay, we've got the town hall in her city, in Hungary. I love that. I don't think I ever would have seen the town hall in Hungary or a town hall in Hungary were it not for Juditka. So this is why I like following people from all around the world. I get to see things that I normally wouldn't see. Then we have one of her little friends. You all know I'm a cat mama. I got Sophia. I don't know the names of her animals. So Juditka, if you're watching, we definitely need you to let us know. But yes, so cute. We love our fur babies. Speaking of which, check out some of the communities. Pets on Display, Catterday, lots of communities that you can post to. And this last one, as the sun sets in Hungary, Juditka was wishing us a good night. So Juditka, if you're watching, we're wishing the same to you. Friends in the chat, say good night to Juditka from Hungary. That was our first person in Follow Friday. Next up, we've got someone pretty awesome because they've been showing us their journey all the way through the process of making this album. This is Big Crit. Let's take a look. So this is a Mississippi-born rap musician and producer who, again, is sharing a journey leading up to the release of his latest studio album, Digital Roses Don't Die. So you get to see all the behind the scenes. It's so cool. So in this first one, you're getting an inside look during the mixing process, which he says he loves. And honestly, yeah, that must feel amazing, hearing all of your hard work come together, knowing that you made something. All of his captions tell a story, so you really get that inside look, which I love. Cool. So then we've got, speaking of cool, this is the ad for his single, So Cool, with a retro theme inspired by blaxploitation films popularized in the 70s. Also, this video was directed by Crit. He is a man of many talents. He can do so much. Very, very cool. So cool, if you would. In this one, we actually know that the album has been officially turned into the label. So again, we're getting that step-by-step process, what it's like to be a musician, a producer, watching him as he goes throughout that entire process. It's really awesome. And then we actually get to see the album cover. Notice the rose braided into his hair. It coincides with the name and the theme of the album. Really beautiful stuff. And then finally, this is awesome. This was actually from Valentine's Day. Crit released Digital Roses Don't Die. It was a Valentine's Day themed album with various topics related to love, life as a musician. So everyone in the chat, wish Crit a big congratulations, because dropping an album like that is no small feat. And I love that he took us along with him in his journey. Definitely a really cool follow if you're looking to add something to your feed in the music or creative category. So awesome. All right, for everyone that's just tuning in, guys, we're getting ready for trivia. Are you nervous? Are you feeling good? What's the vibe? Are we feeling confident? Those of you that tuned in a little bit early that got that answer are probably feeling pretty confident, but $500 is up for grabs. I feel like that is definitely the way I want to head into the weekend, but I'll be giving it to you, which also makes me feel just as good as winning it. So we've got 10 questions coming up for you for $500. Stay with us. Welcome to an all-new round of Display Trivia. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis, and friends, I'm very excited to announce that it is Friday. Yes, it's Friday, and you know what that means. In the words of pop star Rebecca Black, you gotta get down on Friday. You absolutely have to. That is the rule. Look, I don't know what happens if you don't get down on Friday, but I'm afraid to find out what happens if you don't. So I never risk it. I always get down on Friday, and so should you. And if you're here in Display Trivia, then it looks like you're doing something right. And maybe you haven't gotten all the way down yet. Maybe you're just starting to dip it low. But let me help you get the rest of the way there by quickly going over what you need to know to succeed in tonight's trivia. You'll have 10 seconds each to answer 10 questions. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically so that when a new question pops up on your screen, you can pick the right one. The questions will get harder as we go, and make sure to choose carefully because once you tap, there's no going back. Don't worry though, because if you get one wrong, you can still keep playing. Your winnings will show up in your display bank if you're active in the app and have a completed profile. Now real quick, for absolutely no points at all, let's do a pop quiz. Well, really more of a pop check-in. Would you rather get down on Friday, give up on Friday, go wild on Friday? Truly, I don't know how you could choose anything but the first option after I told you that the rule of Friday is that you absolutely positively have to get down. And as for giving up, I really believe that y'all aren't quitters since you showed up here tonight. But, you know, let's see. 52% of you, yes, you heard my instructions. You're getting down on Friday. 23% of you are giving up, just not on trivia. And 26% of you are going wild. You're starting it off with trivia. I love that. All right, well, it looks like we're itching to get started and go wild and get down. And yeah, let's do it. It's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. In traffic, which of the following colors means stop? Green, blue, red. In traffic, which of the following colors means stop? Green, blue, red. There's only 3 options of things to do in traffic, and is it just me or does that feel so limiting? You know, I'm an artist, I need options. Don't try to confine me to the boxes of start, stop, and slow down. What color is the light for trust your instincts, huh? Or the one that means dance like no one's watching? How about a flashing purple light for do a silly little dance? Maybe even a rainbow light for wild card? Honestly, like do whatever you want, as long as you go at the green light and stop at the red light. And if you remember the orders of the colors, like the game Simon, bonus points. 97% of you got that. And literally no one tapped blue. Well done, you, well done. Question 2. Which of the following is a prime number? 2, 4, 6. Which of the following is a prime number? 2, 4, 6. I don't know a ton about numbers, admittedly, but I do know quite a bit about makeup. And when it comes to makeup, you always need a primer. You are dead in the water without your primer. Oh, you are up a creek without a paddle. The primer is what goes on your face before putting on the actual makeup. Putting on makeup without a primer? That is like frying eggs without greasing up the pan. That is like getting all buttoned up and realizing you forgot your bra. Oh. The point is, the order of things is important. And in numbers, a prime number is a number that is only divisible by itself and 1. Of these numbers, the only one here that fits that bill is 2. 90% of you got it. Question 3. If you stan someone, what are your feelings toward them? Positive, negative, neutral. If you stan someone, what are your feelings toward them? Positive, negative, neutral. There is an entire range of human emotions. And folks, I think I have gone through all of them just since the beginning of this week. I mean, on Sunday, we had the excitement of the Super Bowl. Then Monday, we had Valentine's Day, which was just full of love. And then Tuesday? Well, Tuesday is when things really took a turn for me. Tuesday is when I reached my zenith as a human being because Tuesday was Taco Tuesday. I mean, between all of this week's emotional range, it basically deserves an Oscar nomination. But do we stan it? I think so, because generally I liked this week. So I would say I stan it. To stan someone is to give them your undying support, which is usually a good thing, until that person turns out to be a serial killer. 88% of you knew it. Question 4. What is the name of the character with a unibrow from Hey Arnold? Gerald, Helga, Brainy. What is the name of the character with a unibrow from Hey Arnold? Gerald, Helga, Brainy. Now, I enjoy this show, but don't you think there was probably a better way to get Arnold's attention than by screaming at him? Hey, Arnold! Were you raised in a barn? Actually, I do know someone who was raised in a barn, and they are very well-mannered. And yes, that person is a horse, but they never take a carrot out of your hand without asking. And yes, hay is for horses. So if anyone should be screaming for Arnold around the block, it's my friend Mr. Ed. Maybe next time you need to get Arnold's attention, approach him calmly, shoot him a quick text. You don't need to yell. The only character on this list with a unibrow was Helga, who pretended to hate Arnold, but actually had a shrine to him. 91% of you. Q5. The boy band BTS falls under a genre that starts with the same letter as which of the following words? Kinetic, jugular, penultimate. The boy band BTS falls under a genre that starts with the same letter as which of the following words? Kinetic, jugular, penultimate. What is it about boy bands that we love so much? And why don't we want the same thing out of middle-aged men? We really should give them a chance to prove themselves. I mean, sure, you know, they've got their Beatles cover bands, but I want to see a bunch of dads breaking it down and matching silk button-ups, doing flashy 90s choreography. Put them in a warehouse, add some background dancers, and you've got yourself a dad band. Well, it was going well until they broke half an hour ago for their tea time on the golf course. I guess we're not getting them back anytime soon. The genre that BTS claims is called K-pop, for Korean pop, like kinetic. 91% of you got it, halfway there. Question 6. Select the car maker that has not produced a vehicle named for a type of horse. Dodge, Chevy, Ford. Select the car maker that has not produced a vehicle named for a type of horse. Dodge, Chevy, Ford. I love car names because they're always trying so hard to be epic. It's like, dude, this is a minivan. Just call it something normal. It doesn't have to be the Bolt or the Thunder. No, a better name for a minivan is something like the Kia Complacency or the Lexus just circling the block till Ava finishes her ballet lesson. But quite a large number of cars are named after epic weather events or horses. There's the Dodge Colt, of course, the Ford Pinto, Bronco, and Mustang. But so far, no equine-inspired names for any Chevys. If they need any ideas, though, for a mid-sized sedan, might I suggest the Chevy on its way to the glue factory? 80% of you got it. Well done. Question 7. The first Mars rover was launched in the same year as what TV shows premiere? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sex and the City, Family Guy. The first Mars rover was launched in the same year as what TV shows premiere? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Sex and the City, Family Guy. I don't know about you guys, but I always remember important dates in my life based on when TV shows first aired. Let's see, there's Lost. Oh my gosh, that was the same summer I went to my first boy-girl pool party. I wore a tankini and everything. I just wish that could have happened after my mom let me start shaving my legs. And then there was Glee. Now that stands out to me because that was the year I started college and everyone kept asking me to stop singing all the time. I mean, yeah, I started as pre-med, but Glee had some catchy melodies, okay? You know? TV shows are important markers in our lives, and all of these shows premiered in the late 90s, but the only one that premiered in 1996, the same year Mars Pathfinder began its mission to the Red Planet, was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 83% of you got that. Question 8. Which of the following rulers would be considered a hagiocrat? Ruhollah Khomeini, Che Guevara, Muammar Gaddafi. Which of the following rulers would be considered a hagiocrat? Ruhollah Khomeini, Che Guevara, Muammar Gaddafi. Okay, here's what I want to know. Why are measurement tools being used to run countries? I mean, a ruler can tell you how many inches long this toothbrush is, but it can't tell you how to legislate or boost economic spending. What's next? A stapler as our new governor? I mean, that guy is good at holding things together, but come on, we need people, not office supplies. Look, fine, let me reconcile with you. I can see maybe using a measuring tape, maybe a yardstick, nothing shorter, okay? But I am not gonna be all autocratic about it. An autocrat is someone who has absolute control. A hagiocrat, though, that is someone who is just as much a religious leader as they are a political leader. And the only ruler here who falls under that category is Ruhollah Khomeini, also known as the Iranian Ayatollah. And if you tuned into the pre-show, you knew that. 84% of you did. Question 9. Which of the following SNL characters is incorrectly matched to one of their costume pieces? Mr. Robinson, a cardigan, Debbie Downer, a brooch, Matt Foley, a blazer. Which of the following SNL characters is incorrectly matched to one of their costume pieces? Mr. Robinson, a cardigan, Debbie Downer, a brooch, Matt Foley, a blazer. say the clothes make the man. Well, if this is true, then the wig makes the character, or the prosthetic nose makes the character. Either way, a good character always needs something just a little bit zany. This is how you know they're gonna be funny. I mean, Kristen Wiig's Target lady with a normal haircut, it just wouldn't work. The bowl cut is who she is. I mean, even serious characters need a thing. What's Don Draper without a suit and a glass of scotch? See, you know he's serious because of the suit. Matt Foley, played by Chris Farley, lived in a van down by the river and wore a blazer, but that didn't necessarily make him serious. Eddie Murphy's Mr. Robinson wore a cardigan just like his inspiration Mr. Rogers, but Rachel Dratch's Debbie Downer was not known for sporting a pin, just a frown. 83% of you got that. Now let me see some smiles because it's time for the final question. Question 10. Select the city where the national language's alphabet is logographic. Tel Aviv, Shanghai, Moscow. Select the city where the national language's alphabet is logographic. Tel Aviv, Shanghai, Moscow. Language can get so confusing. We're all human, yet we can't understand each other. You know what language we can use that doesn't need any words at all? Body language. I used that once during my study abroad in Barcelona while I was out at a club, and you know what? I was politely escorted out of the country. Yeah, they take dad jokes very seriously in Spain. Prosecution is strict. When you say, I'm hungry, no one says, hey, hungry, nice to meet you. I mean, no one really speaks in English, so they wouldn't say it in those words necessarily, but you know what I mean. So weird that they hate dad jokes, but they love pronouncing their S's like this. Look, I'm well-traveled, so I know that the only country in these answers that uses a logographic alphabet, aka one where characters represent entire words, is Mandarin, spoken in Shanghai. And that's your answer, Shanghai. 84% of you got that! So how did you do? I mean, no matter what alphabet you use, I hope you wrote your winning story. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you got paid. How many winners do we had, and what were your scores going into the weekend? How much coin are you taking home? 306 of you are going home with a little something, maybe a little coffee for tomorrow. I love it. Maybe a little midnight snack for tonight. Friends, that is the way to kick off your weekend. I love it. Rest up, of course. Facts Guru got a 10. Who else do we have? Gary got an 8. We've got anime lover Dan, 9 out of 10. Anime lover, do you know that there's a community dedicated to anime on display? You should check it out. Thank you, Gary, for that. I appreciate that. Oh, Sevja, 3 out of 10. Come back next week. We're doing it all again. Bila got a 6. Danielle got a 4. RJ got a 10. Ella Madness got a 5 out of 10. Oni I Wow got an 8. Bubble Bass a 9. Bravo, everyone. Tim, so close, 9 out of 10. Oh no, Study got a 10 out of 10. How appropriate. Did you study? Nikki D, so close, 9 out of 10. Oh my gosh, so many winners. Well, friends, don't forget to join me every single night at 7:30 for our pre-show where I give away an answer to that night's quiz if you need a little help. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Rest up. I'll see you Monday on display.